Okay, tell me if you can relate. Don't you just love it when all day long at work, you're disassociating, you're pretending to be someone you're not, and then you get home, you're completely drained, there's like no essence of you left in you, you're just a shell of who you used to be, and you tell yourself you're gonna be productive on the weekend, then you just end up staying on the couch and watching 90 Day Fiancé the entire season. Okay, let me get this clear. I don't think I'm depressed, per se. I feel like there's less and less of who I used to be left in me. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it feels empty. There's just this emptiness, and nothing seems to matter to me anymore. Things that used to interest me before and used to get me hyped and excited before just don't do it for me anymore. And it's not a big deal, okay? I've been talking to this counselor from work, and she's great. Like, I told her I have anxiety, and she told me, like, don't be anxious, you know? It was really helpful. So today, I'm feeling like a bit of a daredevil, so I'm gonna try to cure myself. So feel free to tag along, and let's just see how we can make ourselves feel better. So for starters, I thought I would do a quick little research, being the great researcher I am, to see what are the aspects that could potentially affect how I'm feeling, and if there's anything in my control that I can change. So first step is always something along the lines of, have you gotten enough sunshine today or the past week? So when I think about that, in my case, there's definitely sun. It's just that I get a little bit of it before I go to work, and then I'm in the office the whole day, and then I leave when sun is about to set. So like, I don't know if that counts, but let's say yes. So check. I don't know if it's the weather, probably not, because it's like hot for the time of the season that it is right now, and it's sunny. I literally had to close the blinds because it's so sunny, it's blinding. So yeah, that's not it. Let's just like move that to the side. Have I had enough sleep? Now that's a tricky one. You know, I used to fall asleep like a baby around like 10 p.m. every night. But lately, I don't know what it is. It's just me resisting going to work. So I keep myself awake for no reason, playing with my phone. And my addiction to my phone has been so bad these past couple of weeks. I deleted Instagram and everything, but I still find a way to stay up. Like, I use YouTube and the shorts, whatever. Like, I find anything that could actually prevent me from sleeping. So yeah, I sleep around 12 and I wake up around 7. So my average was 7.5. So check. Have I stayed hydrated? That's always a big one. I'm gonna have to say, ew, no. I hate water. I don't know, it's just like there's something with water, like water and I just don't mix. I do have fluids and liquids in other forms. I need to drink more water for sure. So far so good. We're doing great with this process. I decided to do a little meditation sesh because guess what? That's like the solution to everything these days, apparently. No, okay, I'm not trying to shade meditation. I actually used to do it way more often before. I haven't done it recently. And the funny thing is, I keep telling myself to track it so that I get motivated enough to do it. But like, let's be honest, who doesn't love facing all the fears and trauma and scary thoughts that could come up if you literally put down your phone for 1 second? But I knew that I have to do it because I wanted to kind of get my mind clear. I feel like I've been distracting myself enough with phone and TV and 90 Day Fiancé and Love is Blind and Married at First Sight that I actually don't even know why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. So maybe it won't be a bad idea. Even though like doing this and meditating, going from where I am to meditating, it's gonna be going from 0 to 100, but let's do it. So meditation usually makes me feel better. Sometimes it makes me feel emotional. Sometimes I cry while I do it. But this time it just didn't do it for me. I used the meditation session called hopelessness or something. So yeah, it didn't really help because the prompt kept asking me, what are you hopeful about? Like, what do you hope for? And I don't know, I was in such a despair today that I couldn't come up with anything. So it just, my mind was like a blank. All I could think about was everything that's not going well, everything I'm worried about, everything I'm anxious about. Like, I felt like there's nothing that I look forward to. So that's why we're moving on to the next thing, which is doing a little physical activity. You know, they always say when you don't feel good, when you feel like the world is ending, after you made sure that you ate something, you had water, sunshine, sleep, you need a little physical activity. You need to get up and shake yourself a little bit, work a little bit if you have to, all that. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I decided to do a quick little yoga session. I actually really like yoga. It's cool and it looks sophisticated and it looks like I know a lot, even though I don't. And I'm not that flexible and I cannot do a split. So actually I used to do yoga every morning. I don't know who that person is anymore because can't relate. I don't want to wake up earlier than I have to. So that's not good probably. But yeah, I used to wake up at 6, do like a 30-minute yoga, and it would make me feel so much better. It's just that I sleep so late these days that I don't want to get up earlier and do yoga. I'm not gonna lie, yoga really did help make me feel better. Like, I don't know, there's just something about stretching and like opening the hips and everything. It's kind of like a revenge on all the days during the week that we're sitting with our legs crossed and just sitting so tight, working. So it just makes me feel better. So after that, I moved on with the next step, which is the important step of performing your world tour in front of your mirror for your coming back tour. And so after that was done, I decided to take a shower because by that point I was looking not so great. And during shower, you know how like you have this like rush of thoughts? I had an epiphany and I think I finally figured out why I was feeling this way. I've always known myself to be a bubbly and positive person. People always tell me that. They tell me that I make them feel positive and happy and bubbly and full of life. So I don't know why lately I've been feeling this way. Like on surface, it looks like I'm happy, I'm dancing, I'm living my best life, but deep down there's this emptiness. I don't know what to do about that. So I think I finally can pinpoint somewhat what it's about. The truth is, I always thought that if I make this one next sacrifice, if I do this one next thing that I really don't want to do, but I have to, that life will get easier and then I'll have my life back, I'll have the control over my life back, and I can do whatever I want to do with my life. But lately I've come to the conclusion that there's no point where you're getting your life back. It's almost like you're forever on this loop of you have to do things because you want to survive and there's no way out of it and you're kind of stuck in it. You know, that it's that feeling of being stuck and not having any control over your life, which is really, really frustrating, and it makes you lose hope because you don't see it changing anytime soon, and it's almost thinking, why am I even bothering? You know, because at the end of the day, you have to do what you need to do because you want to survive, because you have bills to pay, because you have debt, because you need to earn money. So yeah, I think that's my main frustration. I've had this frustration ever since I was 18, and I was kind of pushed and forced and programmed to go into a certain path that I didn't want to go into. And that frustration is still within me. I haven't fully moved on. I haven't fully surrendered to it and to how things turned out. I think that's my biggest problem. And I feel like deep down I still feel like a kid, but on the outside I'm an adult. I need to be responsible. I need to go to work. I need to make money. I need to pay my debts. I need to pay the bills, the rent, whatever, food. While deep down I really want to just still be able to have dreams and pursue them and have fun with it. But I don't think I can even do that anymore because just having a dream and then pursuing it is expensive, you know? But I do understand that this might sound like first world problems because definitely 5 years ago, my problems were way bigger. My problem was, how am I gonna leave my country? Am I ever gonna go to the US? What's gonna happen to my life? What I did next was I wrote down a couple of thoughts that keep recurring, like some of the things I just discussed. So for me, it's always about, I have this debt I need to pay and it's ruining my life. I feel like I can't enjoy my life. I can't do the things I want to do. And the other one is that every day is the same as the other day and it's going to be the same forever until I die. So it's like one day repeated until I die. So it just sounds really depressing and boring. And the other one is that I feel like I have nothing to look forward to because of that repetition and because I don't have any control over my life. So it's gonna be just the same day forever. I have no control over it and I'm gonna be broke forever and with debt, basically. Next thing is, according to my research, you need to challenge and reframe these thoughts. So you need to really look at them as Is this question or thought really posing a valid concern, or is it you catastrophizing, or is it some kind of cognitive distortion? That's what my therapist said, which a lot of mine are. Not to say that I'm better than you, but like, yeah, most of my thoughts are cognitive distortions. I feel like sometimes we get stuck in that perspective where everything seems bad and dark and depressing. So when I think about my debt, I have reduced it a lot. So it's only gonna go down if I keep going at it. So it's gonna be done at some point, hopefully within 2024, and then I can start saving and I can start, you know, doing the things I always wanted to do. Being unhappy with where you are in life and feeling stuck, I think it's really important to remind ourselves sometimes that if you want to make a change, if you want to start a new chapter, if you want to leave things behind, you can. And you totally, absolutely have the control to do it. But obviously you need a plan. And this is kind of, I'm talking to myself here. We should never feel like we don't have any control because we're not dead yet, right? So you're still alive. You still have some time on this planet. I see people who have changed careers, changed paths when they were 60, okay? When they were 70. There was this 50-something-year-old lady who had become a flight attendant because she always wanted to become a flight attendant at some point, and so she did it. It is a possibility. I feel like just acknowledging that it's not over yet. I'm not dead. Everything can change. When I think about where I was last year or 3 years ago or 5 years ago, I was a completely different person in a completely different place. So I don't even know where I will be a year from now. I don't know where I will be 3 years from now, and I don't want to know. That's exciting, you know? The fact that I don't know gives me hope. I don't want to know and think that I'll be in the same place doing the same thing. That's just really frustrating. I cannot do that. Anything can change at any moment. You still have the control. You have your life. It's not taken from you. You're not dead yet, and you can absolutely make changes, whatever drastic changes you want to make. That's what I need to keep telling to myself, because sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm stuck and this is gonna be forever. It's not going to be forever. Sometimes we just need a little patience, and then we pass through these phases. Things are always changing and moving. And in terms of having nothing to look forward to, this is where I felt like it was really important for me to write a gratitude list. I write things that I'm grateful for every week, every month. And when I thought about it more and deeply, I realized that I do have a lot to look forward to. I look forward to seeing my nephew grow up and us spending time together and being besties, because I'm gonna be the coolest aunt. I mean, I am, but even more cooler. And hopefully, I don't know, in the future, I do see myself getting married and having kids, even though I'm totally not that person yet, but I will be that person, and I will be a real adult, even though I'm 32. And one of the things that always gets me excited, like when I think about it, I giggle like a little kid, is learning Korean. I don't know, it just like makes me happy, because process of learning a new language, it's so much fun. To me, that's how I felt with learning English, and I love dancing. Dancing's always been my thing. I do go to a dance class. I would love to learn way more different genres, different types of dance. If I get my green card, I can go back and see my family again, go back to my home country for a visit. So I realized there are a lot of things I look forward to. So I really encourage you to push yourself to write a list of things you're looking forward to, because I don't care how down you are, there are things you look forward to. There are things you're hopeful for. There are things that you want to have, to achieve, and to see. So just writing those down, it gives you a little bit of a direction, thinking, oh, I still want to do these things, so I'm gonna make them happen. But it might not be today, it might not be tomorrow. There are some of it that I could do now, and some of it I will do at some point when I get that sugar daddy who's gonna pay for all the trips and the courses. No, I'm kidding. It's just like realizing that life won't be the same every single day. It's just silly to think it will be. It couldn't be the same even if you tried to keep it the same. Who was that philosopher that said change is the only constant? Was it Nicki Minaj or was it Kim Kardashian? No, I think it was Heraclitus. You have your whole life ahead of you. Just don't give up, okay? First step, sun, water, food, sleep, get up and dance, shake a little booty, twerk a little, you know, for your mental health. List of things you're hopeful for, gratitude. If you're mad, just put it on a piece of paper and just get it out of you. Talk to someone. I do talk to people in my life a lot, and that's another thing I'm really, really grateful for. I do realize that I'm really loved. I have wonderful people in my life who love me and always let me know, and they're always there for me. They always listen. I talk a lot. I'm really expressive, so if anything's bothering me, I will let them know, and they have to listen and help. There will be some days that you could do all of this and it might not still help, and you might still feel down and not like your best self, and that's okay too. Just give yourself some time and compassion. So you don't have to force yourself to feel better. Sometimes if you're feeling that way, it's your body telling you that you need to slow down and you need to be kind to yourself and compassionate to yourself and spoil yourself like you're the person that you love the most in the world, and take care of yourself. And tomorrow is a whole new day. It's gonna feel better. It's gonna feel different. And actually, okay, I need to come clean. The real reason why I'm feeling this way is because I've been procrastinating. There are like a couple of things I really, really, really need to get done, and I keep not doing them. And I know the cure to all of my existential pain is doing those things, but I don't know how to do them without doing them. You know what I mean? Like, that's my issue. So yeah, thank you for watching so far. I hope that this makes you feel better, or you do something to make yourself feel better, and you take care of yourself and you spoil yourself because you deserve it. You're wonderful, you're cute, you're sweet, and so many people love you. And anyways, see you next time. Bye.